Hello world, Alexander Buckley here, and let's talk games. Today I wanted to talk about one of the things I've been wanting to make a video about for a long time actually. It's one of the PlayStation services is known as PlayStation Now. They might rebrand this in the future, if rumours are to be believed, but at the time of recording this in September 2021, it's called PlayStation Now or PS Now. So let's just dive straight into it. What is PS Now? What is PlayStation Now? PlayStation Now is, well, a lot of people describe it as the Netflix for games. It's essentially a service that you pay a monthly fee or an annual fee, and it gives you this wide access to a huge library of games across the PlayStation catalogue. Now, the interesting thing about this is it has PS4 games on it, and some of those games are really big games. At the moment you can get Red Dead Redemption 2 in the service, so literally just pay a monthly fee. If you wanted to, you could get like a trial and start playing that straight away, which is crazy. But also it gives you access to some of the older games in the PlayStation library, so in particular the PlayStation 2 and more importantly PlayStation 3. And the idea is you can do this on your PlayStation console, or if you have a Windows PC then you can use the service on that as well, which is ideal if you're on holiday or if you're going abroad or something like that, or if you're traveling and you've got a stable enough internet connection, because we'll get to that. But the idea is you can have access to this library. Technically you do not need a console to play PlayStation games, so this is fantastic. If you're a PC gamer and you're like, I really want to try this PlayStation exclusive, you now can. So this works in one of two ways. You can either download the games if they're PS4 games. Not every PS4 game is downloadable, but the vast majority are. And if you download them, it runs as if you bought the game digitally, or if you had a disc. It's absolutely flawless. You get perfect, beautiful graphics. It's wonderful. It's the best way to do these things, and it'd be the best experience for most people that are planning on using PlayStation Now. You should download the games if you have the option, or alternatively you can stream them. Now it's important to note that if you're using it on Windows, you can only stream the games. You can't download them, you can only stream them, so everything will just be streamed. And if you're doing older console stuff like the PS3 or the PS2, you can only stream the games as well. So this largely comes down to your internet connection, so which is pretty obvious, but just it has to be said. If you see a review from someone, or if you hear in comments on websites and other stuff that PlayStation Now is a good service, it's important to look to see what their internet connection is. If they're in like a student accommodation and they've got a cap or a data limit, they're probably not going to have a good experience. They're probably going to get cut off. If they don't have great broadband, they're going to basically struggle with this service. This really does come down to how good your connection is. I have fibre broadband, so I'm absolutely fine. I have no issues streaming anything at all, never got disconnected. So for me, from my perspective, the service is awesome. I don't really have any problems with it, and I recommend it to people if your internet connection is good, because I can tell you now, about even having the experience, if you've got a ropey connection, you're going to have a ropey experience. It's not rocket science, really, is it? You need good internet for this thing to work. And I know they've got like a recommendation of what the connection speed should be and not be, but come on. You know if you've got good internet. At this point, it's 2021, you know if you have a data cap on your internet, you know what your internet's like. If you think you're going to use your phone as a hotspot and try and stream video games, good luck to you. Let me know how that works out, but I'm going to take a guess it's not going to work out well. So that's the key thing you need to keep in mind about this, because a lot of the library is PlayStation 3 games, and all of that has to be streamed. And on that's kind of the appeal to me about this service. One of the things I like most about the PlayStation 4 controller was the little headphone jack. So you can actually plug in some proper headphones and you can get a really good audio experience. Or if it's like late at night and you've got other people, you've got flatmates or whatever, and you want to keep the audio down, having a headphone jack is perfect. But the PlayStation 3 doesn't have a headphone jack, so what can you do? How are you going to get that same experience if you want to play a bit of old Red Dead Redemption 1? What are you going to do for that? Or if you want to play the original Infamous or Killzone or any of those games, how are you going to do that? Well, this is where PlayStation Now comes in and gives you a nice solution for these type of problems. And it's been great for me. I will say I have had frame rate issues slightly. The frame rate has dipped slightly, and this is largely when I'm traveling to and from areas. I've noticed things are rendering in the background. The game hasn't slowed down, but I've just noticed the environment has been a little bit patchy. That normally happens when I'm on a horse traveling somewhere in Red Dead Redemption. That's the only time I've really had a streaming issue, but other than that, it's been absolutely fine. Some games just don't look good on the service, but to be fair, you know, these are some of the really older titles, and they don't look that good if you play on the original hardware either by today's standards. So it's a mixed bag, but overall, connection problems and stuff have been non-existent for me. It's been pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with the overall quality of it, so I would recommend it from that front. In terms of the selection of games, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. I think the selection of games for PS3 is fantastic. I think the offering they're giving for PS4 is fantastic as well, and they do add new games on a regular basis. They're going to update them by the end of this month as well, so you'll see new titles being added, some titles get pulled. I have no problem with that. The thing I do have an issue with is the lack of PlayStation 2 games. There is a severe lack of PlayStation 2 games on this service. Now, some of you guys will be thinking, you know what, I don't care, I don't want to play PlayStation 2, it's not really a thing. But here's the thing, this whole service is designed for you to stream legacy content. So if you wanted to, and you wanted to play and stream, I don't know, top of my head, the first couple of GTAs, well, that's a bad example, I guess, because, well, they're going to supposedly remaster those in the future. But let's say you wanted to play those original PS2 big hitters, you can't do that because the game selection is really limited on the PlayStation 2 side of things. So that's a problem. But other than that, the service is pretty fantastic. I've been enjoying it, and I think where the service really shines is there are some games that I would be unsure about playing, and I've had the chance to play these games and try them out and just have a bit of fun. A good example of that this month will be the official Olympic Games game, Tokyo 2020 game. I just wanted a fun, easy, forgettable title that I can just put on, play, and forget about it. Don't think too much about it. Now, if I was to buy that game in a shop, you know, I'm paying somewhere between 20 to 40 quid for that game, for something that's just a throwaway little bit of a laugh. To be able to just pick it, download it, play it for a little bit and delete it, that's absolutely fantastic. That's what this service is built for, and it really gives a new audience to these games. You know what it reminds me of, for show my age here, but it reminds me of Blockbusters. Blockbusters was great for this. You could walk into it, pretty much any video rental store, you could do this. You would walk in and go, oh, I don't know if I want to buy that, but I want to try it. And you would just pick it up for a weekend, play it for a couple of hours, and if you liked it, you bought the full copy, or keep renting it if you were lucky enough to do that, if they had enough copies of it. This is what this feels like. It feels like it gives you the opportunity now to do something similar to that. You can actually pick games up like that you may not necessarily think about buying initially, but you can actually give them a go, give them a trial, and then see what they're like, and then move on from them. The other good thing about having such a wide selection of games is that you're not committed to anything, so if you don't like it, just stop playing it. So it's a really good service. I'm really happy with it. I do recommend it, but I do think, I can't stress this enough, you need a strong internet connection. If you do not have a strong internet connection, it's not going to work out for you. I'm sorry, it's just that simple. You know, I wish there was another way to tell you this, but you just need a good internet connection. Without a good internet connection, the service isn't going to really work for you at all. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on PlayStation Now. I'm really pleased with it. I'm interested to see what happens to it in the future. At the moment, I think it's great value for what it is, and I do recommend everyone try it. There was an offer that went around a while ago. It was only like 99p or 99 cents if you're in America, to, I guess it'd be $1 in America, to basically have a whole month of the service for that one like sort of dollar or pound or whatever. And that's incredible value. You can have a whole month of just downloading games, streaming games. It's a no-brainer. So keep your eye out for stuff like that, or wait for the Black Friday deals when they do the sort of sale on the year-long memberships, and check the service out. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on PlayStation Now. Really like the service. I'm going to be digging into it a bit deeper. I'm going to play some of those games that I've not actually had a chance to play. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So let me know what you think. Have you tried out PlayStation Now yourself? What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? You having streaming problems? You having connection problems? All that fun stuff. Let me know in the comments down below. And that's going to pretty much do it for this one, guys. Have a great one, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.